Alright, so this video is the Faith Werebear Druid. So pretty much I found a superior Colossus Crossbow that was perfect, absolutely perfect, had 4 sockets in it, and I wanted to make a Faith bow in the crossbow because I feel like Colossus Crossbow is one of those items that always stays on the ground, and I wanted to try something with it. So I made this Werebear Druid. Basically, it uses maul and summons, and then I stack auras. He's got a lot of life leech, 17%. Max resistances when fade kicks in. 75% increased attack speed. Sure, I could get that higher. I just didn't want to spend more than I already did. But I've got the Faith Colossus Crossbow for Fanaticism Aura and 10% Reanimated Dead. Jalal's main with a 39 enhanced damage jewel. I didn't get a 15 AAS in there though. I might if I find one. Treachery, because I need that attack speed with this crossbow because it is so slow. It's pretty good with the fade. I use Metal Grid because resistance, attack rating, ton of attack rating, and I use the Iron Golem charge. Goblin Toe for Crushing Blow because I gotta kill him somehow. I found a pretty decent dual leech ring with resistance and a little bit of magic find. Need the leech. I'm using Saigon's belt and gloves. There's probably something better. I've got a Ravenfrost too. There's probably something better than Saigon's, but I don't really know. Give me some ideas for gloves and belt that might work. But mainly I want to keep that increased attack speed. The life leech is pretty good. Here's my Merc. He's got Pride, Thresher, mainly for the concentration aura. And I'm using Griswold's set because why not? I put increased attack speed jewels in, and I've got the helm with life just so he stays alive, and it adds +2 to offensive auras. So I got an extra 2 on Pride, concentration, and also an extra 2 levels on his might aura. So Metal Grid a while ago, charges for Iron Golem would not stick around when you left the game and came back, but it looks like they fixed that, which is pretty cool. It's a level 22 Iron Golem. I mean, it would be nicer if I had Golem Mastery, but I don't, so it kind of dies a fair amount. But pretty good to just like pick up those random drops in the end of Bale games and just make Iron Golems with them when you normally just leave them on the ground. Kind of want to make one out of this Steel Carapace. As far as stats go, I'm only using enough strength to use crossbow, and my damage scales with dexterity because it's crossbow, and this carries over even when you're in werebear form punching people, which is pretty cool because normally I would just stack strength, but dexterity is pretty nice because it really helps your attack rating too. Vitality, I just pumped it until his life was at 666. When you're in werebear form, it's like 1500 and is totally survivable because you've got a fair amount of summons around you, so they act as a buffer zone. It's almost like a necromancer, where I'd be interested in trying this build with a Faith Hydra bow and using the Passion armor, so then I can get one more summon in the Valkyrie and just have like a whole menagerie. But the Colossus Crossbow was the main idea for this build. Dexterity, I'm just pumping until it's all gone. As far as skills go, crank up Maul all the way up, crank Werebear all the way up, then Shockwave 1, and 1 in Lycanthropy. nothing in elemental. Summons, I maxed Heart of the Wolverine because it bumped my physical damage out. And then I think I just sort of split these points between Direwolf and Grizzly, just so my summons have a little bit more meat on them. Take advantage of all the auras that I'm using. Basically, the way to play this build is you just have to keep going, because check the maul damage. It's gonna get up there, auras are gonna kick in, and then you charge it up, and you're doing around 10,000 physical damage with maul, and that's on top of all of your summons.
For a build that isn't cookie cutter best in slot, it's pretty decent in solo games. It's great in a party because of all the auras and all of your summons acting as a buffer zone. I encourage you to find an item that doesn't get mainstream love and make your own off-brand build around it, like I did with this Colossus Crossbow. Let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe for more wacky builds.